This one is for this weekend's UFC main event. Rafael Dos Anjos against Rafael Fiziev. I've got to get the Rafaels and Rafaels right in this one. I'm going to struggle, but we'll see how we go. I am buzzing for this fight. This, for me, is one of the most interesting fights of the past few months and of the coming, cards that we've got to look forward to. It's a little bit like you choose the same character on a video game, but one of the video game characters is from the first version and the other one's from like the fourth or fifth. You know what I mean? Like RDA is like Mortal Kombat 1 and Fiziev's like Mortal Kombat 4. Like, he's a bit more modern, he's a bit fresher, he's a bit sharper, probably a little bit more powerful overall. A lot more underqualified in mixed martial arts compared to RDA, as you can imagine, but he brings in his kickboxing record as well, which is 39-8. And what's worth noting about that is out of his 39 wins, he's got 29 knockouts. So pretty much 3/4 of the people he's facing are getting knocked out. And it's not too dissimilar in mixed martial arts, 11-1 with 7 TKOs. He's also got 1 rear naked choke on his record, but that was, of course, way back before the UFC. So I don't expect Fiziev to be trying to grapple with RDA. I don't expect him to have much success with RDA on the floor. We've got a blue belt against a 4th degree black belt. RDA, 13 wins on his record, 10 wins by submission. So you're looking at 30% of his opponents are getting subbed. Arm triangles, arm bars, rear naked chokes, and kimuras. A lot of different submissions. There's also something else that stands out to me about RDA. He's a little bit like a lightweight version of Glover Teixeira. Great fundamentals everywhere. Good striking, more Muay Thai than boxing. I would say Glover Teixeira's, boxing with a few kicks. RDA is much more of a Muay Thai style. The way that he weights his lead leg, the way that he throws his low kicks, it will put him in good stead against Fiziev, who of course is a great striker, a great Muay Thai fighter. I give Fiziev the advantage in speed and I think in power as well. But, the other thing to think about is that this is a 5-round fight and Fiziev has not fought over 5 rounds before. Lots of similarities with these guys. I mean, both 5'8", a 70-inch reach compared to a 71-inch reach. So, you can kind of write that off. The difference is the experience that RDA's got in mixed martial arts, his ability to keep it a mixed martial arts fight. Fiziev's got fantastic takedown defense, 95% takedown defense, but persistence over 5 rounds and with his explosivity and with his, he'll be forced to scramble, he'll be forced to defend takedowns, I expect, in this fight. That's really the question for me, is what does he look like in the championship rounds where RDA, we know he does good work. They're both first round finishers if they get a finish. RDA's been 5 rounds 8 times though, so there's a lot of experience in that 4th and 5th round. RDA, it's 9 finishes in the first round, 5 in the second, and then it really drops off. He's only ever had 1 finish past the second round. Fiziev, heavily weighted to the first round, 6 in the first round, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. The longer this fight goes, the more I expect RDA to be able to wear him down, because that's kind of what he does. He's not a prolific finisher, certainly in his last few fights. I don't expect him to be able to hit Fiziev and really hurt him with his strikes too much. I expect Fiziev to be able to be in and out of range and to be quicker than RDA to force him to, to reach and miss. This is why I expect RDA to grapple a bit more, because I think it's the smart thing to do. He's the guy that's fought at welterweight. He had a pretty strong career at welterweight considering who he fought. And, the outcomes of those fights, taking top level fighters the distance. I think if RDA decides he wants to close this fight down, even if he fails for the first 3 rounds, eventually he can get it to the floor, and that's where he starts to be very effective. For Fiziev, I think he needs to start fast and needs to do damage in the first couple of rounds. The point in RDA's career has arrived where, the fights that he's had in recent years, he takes some of that damage into the octagon with him. Whereas Fiziev, although he's had a lengthy kickboxing career, he's still relatively fresh. The stats lean towards Fiziev for striking, they lean towards RDA for grappling. I think that's pretty clear. The question is, does it get into the grappling range before RDA takes too many shots from Fiziev? And that is what I don't know. Because I feel like Fiziev hits very hard, and I don't know whether RDA's durability is more suited to him at welterweight than it is at lightweight. Fiziev might light him up. It might look brutal. It might make RDA look really old. Or RDA might come in and remind us, why fundamentals are so important in mixed martial arts. And if you've got the ability to take a few shots and, outlast your opponent into the championship rounds, then you're championship quality, and we know RDA is, or was. It's a good fight. Enjoy, and I'll see you next time.